Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at RoboCop from NECA. Now this is the spring-loaded holster feature RoboCop. There is also one exactly the same without that feature. That was the original RoboCop, and there's also a battle-damaged RoboCop that doesn't have the spring-loaded feature. But as I didn't have any of the RoboCop figures, I thought this would be the best one to go for. So as you can see, RoboCop comes in the standard NECA clamshell packaging. Very basic packaging this one. We've got RoboCop at the top. Now at the bottom we've got this strange, it's actually his helmet but it's stretched out really wide, and what that reminds me of is the Zeroids from Terrahawks. On the back of the card we've got a very basic write-up. We've got 25th anniversary, part man, part machine, all cop, the future of law enforcement. On the bottom of the back we've got the instructions on how to use the holster feature. So to open it we push up lever on the back of the right leg, and to close it we press down on the front panel only. The side panel automatically retract closed. So here we have RoboCop out of the packaging, and first impressions of this is wow, this is fantastic. Just look at the paint job on this. He's so shiny. He does have a kind of purple tint to his arms, which is a bit strange, but it doesn't detract from the figure too much. It's got a superb looking head sculpt. I'm not sure if that is exact likeness of Peter Weller because you can only see the bottom of his face, but does it matter really? He looks like RoboCop to me. So as far as articulation goes, this figure does have quite a lot of articulation, but the limits to it are all based around the design of the suit, which is exactly what you want from a RoboCop figure. He can only move like the suit would move. So starting at the top, his head is on a ball joint, it turns, you can look down, you can't look up beyond that really, but that's fine by me. For his arms, we have ball hinges into there, but again you've got a limit there with the shoulder. That's all it can do really. And on there we've got a swivel at the elbow, which is all you need really. And then we've got a twist for the wrist there. Same on both sides. This hand is actually removable. You can just pop that out and you can replace it with this, which is his spike thing. It is a little bit tricky to do, and that spike is very delicate. You really don't want to be snapping that off. But once you've got that on there, can do some posing with his spike. So the spike is a pretty cool accessory, however it is very sharp and it's also very delicate. So that's about all we're going to do with that. I'm going to take that hand off and we'll go back to the regular hand. Around the back of the figure you can see even more sculpted detail. Not to be underestimated how good this figure is. It really is very nice. So for the rest of his articulation, he has a ball hinged chest up the top there, and also a swivel waist, which allows him to pose in quite dynamic poses for what he is. Then his legs, as you can see there's a split between where the leg goes in. That's maybe the only flaw with this figure, but I suppose it's needed to give you the articulation that you've got. That's about all it does. You can go forward and back, but as far as outwards, that's about as far as it's going to go. Then we've got Ratcheting Knees, which is really good, and you've got this little piece that moves over the front of his knee, so that's pretty nice. And then this bit, these ankles, you've got to watch these pistons when you move the ankles. Pistons go in and out and follow where the foot goes. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So you may have noticed the little button on the back of his leg there. We're going to push that up to activate the holster, and what we do is, if you look at it from the side, there you go, and you can see his gun in there now. And then to close it, you just push the front, and that side panel goes back in automatically. And it really does seal up very well. You can barely tell that that's even there. Just do it again, it goes up, and that releases that. This bit does fall off if you're not careful. I think it's going already, look. There we go, clip that back on. It's just attached with two little pegs there. Now the gun's in there, and it is a little bit tricky to get out. It's even trickier to get it back in. If you don't put it in perfectly when you push the holster shut, it pops the sides off. But so far it hasn't broken anything. There we go. So with the gun out, we'll shut that for now. So here he is with the gun in his hand. As you can see, he's got a trigger finger, so that all lines up nicely. And the gun looks pretty screen accurate to me. It's just black, there's no paint apps to it, but it's not a squidgy material, it's all nice and solid. So I have to say this is one of my absolute favourites from NECA's figures, And the best news ever, Ed 209 is coming this year, late October, in scale with this figure, so I can't wait for that. So as you can see, this figure is absolutely awesome. I can't recommend this highly enough. So this has been Luke with the RoboCop spring-loaded holster. Thanks for watching.